Hi, I'm Steve from Yamaha, and I'm here today with gak.co.uk. I'm very proud to present the new Yamaha reface CS model. Again, shares a lot of things in common with the rest of the reface family. Okay, it's portable, it's got built-in mini speakers, you can power it off AA batteries. It's got a great little mini keyboard, which is actually properly playable and really quite smashing build quality. But the thing that differentiates that from the size is that it's huge sound. Okay, so you plug this in to a system or into your headphones, and absolutely astonishing, massive sound. Especially the CS, because this has actually got the filter section from the very well-renowned AN1X, which is quite renowned for blowing many a bottom end and wobbling away nicely. So this is a pretty powerful bit of kit. Okay, so kicking off with the CS. Again, the CS is our sort of analog heritage. This isn't analog, this is virtual analog, okay, but it's nearer to our AM1X from the 90s. But the key features of these are huge sound and all onboard editing of all the controls. So let's run you through the front panel, okay? So on here, we've got the mini speakers, we've got the pitch bend thumb control at the top there, you've got the volume and octave sliders there. We've got a built-in looper here, which is just a very, very simple looper function, enables you to record a little bit, play it back and tweak. Okay, so it's just very, very simple, just to get, getting your patches just right. We've then got the LFO section. Okay, so I can assign it the LFO to work itself on the amp, the filter, the pitch, or the oscillator. And I can also change the depth and the speed of the LFO. Okay, so that's a very, very simple section there. You've then got a Portamento section. So as standard, it's in poly mode. Okay, so that's 8-note polyphonic, and then you can just notch it up, and it goes into mono mode. And the further you notch it up there, it gives you a more Portamento or glide. Okay, so that's very simple. You then got this bit here, which is quite unique to Yamaha. It's a oscillator type. We've got 5 different oscillators. We've got multi-saws, we've got sync, we've got FM. So some pretty powerful bits and pieces going on there. And with each oscillator type, you've got a texture and mod slider, which adds a slightly different thing. So it could add a different degree of filter, it could add a different degree of harmonic, or it could bring in a sub-oscillator with an octave underneath it, or it could detune it. They do different things per oscillator. Okay, so we'll show you a quick workout on the multi-saw in a second. And then you've got your envelope generator, which can either edit the amp or the filter. Okay, and then we have the ADSR section, so simple as anything. And then effects. Okay, so you've got four effects types. You've got delay, phaser, chorus and flanger, and distortion, which is just selectable with a sweeping fader here. And then you've just got a very simple depth and rate control. So everything you need to make pretty versatile sounds right out the box, all at your fingertips, in a portable, well-built package. So yeah, spot on. So yeah, enough of that. Let's have a listen to some sounds. We're just going to start with a basic run through, okay? So that's it out the box on a multi-saw wave with everything pretty much standard. We've got attack right down and no release going. Okay, and it's in polyphonic mode. Okay, let's see what happens when we move the texture button. So it's brought in a sub-oscillator there with an octave below. And then we move the mod, and this should detune them. And then you've got your cut-off and resonance. So. Now let's add some release to this to make it more pad-like. Pretty big, straight out of the box, just fiddling around. So now let's add, I don't know, let's have a little bit of a LFO going. So let's select amp mod, bit of depth, add the speed. change that to filter mod. Okay, let's turn the LFO off and put loads of distortion on it. Put in mono mode, drop it down an octave, whack the distortion up, and let's see what happens. Got a fairly convincing, nasty, distorted Reese sort of sound. Now let's add some amp mod to that. Or even pitch modulation. Nasty, okay? So yeah, it just gives you an idea of what you can do. So let's take the effects off, put it back up an octave, take the LFO off, and now we're back to put it back into poly mode, take the release off. Let's try square. You see the texture's now adding a harmonic. Let's bring the cutoff up. And let's try some delay. And even right up to oscillator syncing, FM. So escape of all your white noise and all your typically FM snare hits and hi-hats. Key thing about CS is that it's yours to play around with, okay? So the combinations of oscillators, of resonance, the LFOs, you can just keep you happy for ages. Although there's no presets on board, by the time these ship, there's going to be an iOS or Android app that enables you to link up via USB and just create your programs and save them onto your phone, you know? So then you can just program it in and just click through them on your phone as if you would like any preset, and it automatically sends them to here. So that's really, really powerful to be able to switch between pads and leads and basses. Yeah, the filter section is from the AM1X, so it's extremely powerful and it can almost self-oscillate right at the low end. So it's a very, very powerful bit of kit that belies its size. And that's the CS. Thank you.